Imagine being in your comfort zone, but someone else is watching you. Or waking up one day and find out that your system has been compromised. Yes, this is possible. Good morning and good day. My name is Balisongo Raba. We already set a Kali Linux machines with the Alpha double antenna USB adapter, which we'll be using to do the penetration testings. Without wasting, we are going to use this wireless adapter that is having a microchip RTL 8812AU. So I'm going to plug to my computer and we'll see how easy a person can intercept your data and manipulate your data and do the denial of service. So let's log in my Kali machine and do the penetration testing. You see now, I already logged in my Kali machine. I'm going to open the root terminal. I'm going to log in with my credential on the root terminal and let's wait for it to open. So there's my terminal. The first thing that I want to do, I'm going to put ifconfig to check all the interfaces. So this is the interface that I'm going to use, the WLAN 0. So I clear that one. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it. Let me show you something before I turn it to monitoring mode. So as you can see right now, my WLAN is on manage mode. I want to turn it in monitoring mode. And to do that, I'm going to first put the interface WLAN 0 down. I'm going to put it down. Then I'm going to put Airmon, the engine check kill, to kill any process that is going to be trying to interfere with our system. Then I'm going to go iwconfig WLAN 0 mode monitor. Then I'm going to do ifconfig. I'm going to turn up my interface. Now if I check iwconfig to check, then you will notice that my interface is on monitoring mode and is ready to do the penetration testing. So allowed me to clear that. I clear that board. Then I'm going to check for the testings. I want to do the scanning for all areas. And to do the scanning, I'm going to go aerodump engine WLAN 0, and then I click enter. This one is currently scanning everything possible networks that is around me. As you can see, it's keep on scanning, and let me stop and explain to you what currently is doing. So inside here we can see is detecting the BSS ID of all these networks, and the MAC address is making the power, the backends, the data, and the channel where the devices is operating, and the encryption that device is using, the cipher and authentication, and the name of the internet. Crazy enough, down here is showing the devices that are connected to, meaning there is the BSS ID and the station, meaning this is the access point, and this the devices under here is the devices that are connected to this device. Like this one, there is the access point, that is the MAC address of the access point, and the other side there is the station that is connected, or a device that is connected to. So since we are doing this ethically for educational purpose only, I'm going to attack my own network, which I do. I save it as a 4G project. 4G project, and then this is the network that we're going to attack. To attack that, I'm going to go aerodump engine dash dash BSS ID, and I'm going to copy the MAC address. I'm going to copy that MAC address, and I'm going to paste that MAC address of my BSS ID right there. So I paste my MAC address there, then I go dash dash. I'm going to write to create a file. The file that I'm going to write is going to be testing. So let me explain this one. So I use the engine, Airplay-ng engine. Then I say dash dash BSS ID. I specify the network that I want to attack. This is the network, and this is my network. Then I say write a test, write a file that is going to be testing, and everything will be happening on the interface WLAN0. So if I click, it's going to attack only my network. And as you can see here, this is the network that we have, and this is the 4G project is using WP, and this is the devices that is connected to. So knowing this, I'm going to divide to split this so that I'm going to have two interfaces. At the same time, as you can see here, Airplay-ng engine, the command that I launch here, is creating a file, and you can see create file, capture files, testing 01.cap. So the file is capturing everything that is happening between these two devices on this network. So I want to capture the three-way handshakes. As you know, these two devices already connected. Since they have been connected, they already established the three-way handshake. So for me to capture the three-way handshake, I have to deauthenticate these devices temporarily. So to deauthenticate, I go to the when this one is still running, I go to the other terminal. I'm going to make Airplay.engine deauthenticate one time, the access point this one, and the station that is connected to the W lane. So if I click one time, you can see that it sends one time the authenticate, and if you check to my device, I lose connections. I lose connection one time, and then I'm trying to reconnect. The time that I'm trying to reconnect, you can see that there is a 3 handshake that has been. I'm going to stop this. So I send the data one time the authenticate this, and then it authenticate to send the fake the authentication between these two devices. And as you can see, I managed to capture the 3 handshake. Now, if I open the LS, you can see that it was testing 2-10.cap. Now, let's try to open that file and see. So this one, I'm going to go aircrack. Let me clean first everything. Clear, and here clear. Then I'm going to collapse this one, since whatever I wanted, I already find it. I'm going to collapse it. Then I'm going to put ls. So I have all the file. The file that I really need, this one is this one. This is the file that I want. Like this, aircrack. Then I'm going to copy this file here. I'm going to copy that file and put it there. So when I click, you can see that we have a WPA handshake that we just capture from this network and this MAC address. Now let's go and crack this password and see how easy it is to crack that password. So to crack that one, I'm going to make aircrack engine, but this time I'm going to make a word list, and I'm going to specify the steps that is going to go. The pattern is on user, then is a share, then is on the word list, then I'm going to use this time rockyou.tst, Then I'm going to put the file that I want to capture. So here I use the aircrack engine, then I specify the word list, and then I specify the pattern of that word list. So it's going to go on user share word list rock u tst, then testing file. Then when I click, it's going to this will start cracking the password. As you can see, it's trying all possible combinations, any possibility combinations from the handshake that we capture. Then it's going to crack and see how long is going to be the password. Let's give it a time for it to scan. Once you capture it, I will see you after this scanning. Okay, as you can see, the password has been found. That is 26021989. That is the password that I sent this one. This is not the password that I normally use. I just use this to minimize time. And as you can see, it gets almost to finish everything. It was like this, and then it tried for 1 minute 14 seconds, and it tried over 1 2 3 1 2 3. So I try over 116,588, and the possible combination was almost 1 2 3 1 2 3. It was almost 14,344,392. So it was a very large files, but when we reach this one, you find the key, and this is the password for my Wi-Fi, and I can connect once you have that. Easy a person can do. This is the first steps. There is also the second thing that a person can still do with this is the denial of service. Let me clear that. So to do the denial of service is the same like the authentication, but this time I'm going to put Airplay